Hey everyone, welcome into our latest Trade to Black podcast. I'm your host, Shad Dales, and today I'm going to dive into a recent interview that Joe Rogan had on his podcast with Hollywood actor Woody Harrelson. The topic? Cannabis. It's a conversation that had some really good takes and perspectives in how they view it. So with that, let's get into it. So on Joe Rogan's podcast, Woody Harrelson didn't hold back. He's been a longtime advocate for cannabis legalization, and he shared his thoughts on the current state of cannabis laws in the United States. Woody mentioned how we've made significant strides with more states legalizing cannabis for both medical and recreational use. However, he also pointed out that there's still a lot of work to be done at the federal level. What really stood out to me was when Rogan commented on the idea of America, the land of the free, criminalizes the use of a plant that's never killed anybody, which is crazy. He commented, it's morality that's based off about profiteering from the 1930s. Yes, propaganda from the 1930s that is still working today, 90 years later. Rogan later believed that the only reason why it picked up steam was to get people back to work after America had stopped banning alcohol. So prohibition ended, which led many in the day questioning, what do we do now? So they decided to go after marijuana. Then you factor in people like Harry Anslinger and William Randolph Hearst all profiting, and then making marijuana movies like Reefer Madness, which in Rogan's view is crazy. And what's even more confusing is that a lot of people still believe that in America today. That was a great take by Joe Rogan. One of the more intriguing parts of the interview was when they delved into the reasons behind the opposition to cannabis legalization. Harrelson believes that a lot of it comes down to fear and ignorance. People are afraid of what they don't understand, and there's been a lot of fear-mongering around cannabis. Rogan and Harrelson also touched on the issue of federal legalization. Harrelson's optimistic that we'll see it happen in our lifetime. He also believes that the momentum is building and more people are waking up to the truth about cannabis. Look, it's only a matter of time before the federal government catches up with the states and the will of the people. Before they wrapped up the interview, Joe Rogan asked Woody Harrelson for advice for people who are curious about trying cannabis for the first time. Woody's advice was simple but yet important. Do your research, make sure you're getting your cannabis from a reputable source, and start with a low dose and see how your body reacts. He emphasized that it's all about finding the right balance for yourself, as cannabis affects everyone differently. In conclusion, anytime the topic of cannabis is discussed on a podcast of 20 million subscribers to their channel and over 100 million downloads, it's a good thing for the cannabis industry. Look, we always talk about cannabis needing mainstream coverage. Well, in this day and age, when it comes to the media landscape, this is mainstream coverage. So there you have it. It was a captivating discussion between Joe Rogan and Woody Harrelson, shedding light on the evolving landscape of cannabis. It's an interview that not only informs but also challenges the long-held misconceptions about the plant. So what did you all think of the interview? Did you get a chance to see it? Do you agree with a lot of the discussion that they were talking about? As usual, leave your comments below. We'd love to get your feedback. And if you like this content that we produced, make sure to give this video a like, smash on that bell for all notifications, and if you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to our channel. One last thing, as I always say, make sure to scan this QR code and become a baked-in newsletter subscriber delivered to your inbox weekdays, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, giving you all the latest information on the business side of the cannabis industry. So that's it for today. I hope you found this video, the recap of Joe Rogan's discussion with Woody Harrelson on cannabis, helpful. As usual, stay informed, stay connected, and stay open-minded. And I'll see you next time on our latest Trade to Black podcast. I'm your host, Shad Dales. Thanks again, everyone, for watching.